Hey, what's up everyone? Jeff Kinder here, and we are back with another video. And today I'm doing something a little different. I'm in my shop right now, but I wanted to talk about the Phoenix Part 4 restoration, the final piece to this puzzle before this cabinet is complete. There's been a little bit of a delay on this project. A lot of you guys know I do most of my work up at my parents' house. It's a little too tight down here to do restoration work, especially in the wintertime when I can't work in a driveway. So I do most of the stuff up there. Recently they both got COVID, so I've been staying away. They're fine now, and I've been finally getting back to finishing up this restoration and finishing up the video. But I felt bad because I haven't released a video in a while. And I still have, I don't know, probably another 3 or 4 weeks to go before I actually get this cabinet complete. So I figured, let me release part of the video. One of the parts that I did film was me installing the side art on the cabinet. So I figured let's release that. It'll be part of the final video, of course. But this is about 5-7 minutes or so. It's a little something. So hopefully in a few weeks we'll have the whole cabinet complete, the video complete, and everything will be done. But here is the side art installation. Enjoy. Okay, so let's, I got the cabinet on its side right now. I took out the 2 carriage bolts on the top up there. These 2 down here aren't in the way. The side art doesn't reach those. I think there's 2 more carriage bolts that are here. I didn't drill through the laminate yet, but the holes are there. So I still have to drill those, but that's fine. I don't have to do those right now. So let's get the side art on in place. And I usually like to use a straight edge here and line it up with the edge of the cabinet. And then pick a spot. In this case, I'm going to pick the bottom of the letters of the word Phoenix, just to make sure we're straight across there. I usually don't like to drag the T-square across the decal because that will scratch it sometimes. So if we just make it, so right there, so that's straight. So now I'm too close to the edge here, so I'm just going to move the whole thing back a little bit just to where it looks nice. I mean, I don't know if there's an exact spot for it. But I will get my tape measure and measure around, make sure it's fairly close. Let's get this straight again. So we'll turn this here, and slide this here, and there, that's pretty straight. So we'll just look here, make sure we're roughly the same. It's a little too low. I'm going to raise it up a little bit here, I think. And that looks good, I think. Let's just check, make sure we're still square, which we are pretty close. Yep, that looks square. I don't know, that looks about good. So I'm going to get some tape, and we basically tape it in the middle and do half and half. We'll do the bottom half or the top half first, and then the other half. So we'll just go like so, just to tape that down. You don't really need to go crazy with the tape, but I mean, if you want to be on the safe side, I usually use maybe two pieces. We'll do the bottom half first, so I'll just throw a piece of tape here, and then we'll, excuse me, we'll tape this side as well, and one more piece. Oops. Okay, so now that's all ready to roll. So now I got a piece of tape stuck to my finger here. I gotta get off. All right, so some of the tools I use.
I have my cutter. This cuts the backing. You don't have to use the scissors. You just go whoosh, right across and cut the backing off with this. There's a little razor blade in here. And I also have my squeegee. Something to do, I always do every time. I think I saw it on one of the car websites when they do the vinyl wrap on the cars. This piece of, I don't know, it's like a Velcro-y type stuff. I buy the whole roll of it, and every time I do a new decal, I tear this piece off and I put a new piece, clean piece on, because this kind of collects dust. So if you're doing this on art that is not pre-masked like this, you know, and there's particles on here, you could be pushing and scratching the art. I've done that before in the past when this wasn't clean. So it's always a good idea to replace this piece every time, you know, and just buy it by the roll, tear it off, cut it, put a new piece on, just so you're not going to scratch the art. Now, if the art is pre-masked, then you don't really need to worry about that as much because you're going over masking tape at that point. Okay, so I don't need this anymore. This can go away, and we'll put this over on the side. And now let's get this decal down. Now I'm going to be doing the dry method here. Some people do the wet method. With this particular art, you don't really need to do the wet method. This media has got the air egress technology to it, so it has these little microscopic, I don't know the exact wording or whatever, but it's got these little microscopic channels. So when you're squeegeeing it, the air is going out and you don't have to worry about getting air trapped. There was my tool. You can see it cuts that nice. And then we're just going to go through and put this down nice and slowly. And you can see it just goes on literally perfectly. There's no air underneath. And this is, again, this is the dry method. And you can see that just went down perfectly. Literally, listen to that. You don't hear any air. No air at all. Perfect. So we'll take the tape off here and get this off. I always hate putting masking tape on the art. I hate that, but gotta tape it down. Another way I do it, sometimes I get a clamp with soft grabbers and hold it down with a clamp. But I didn't have my clamps with me today, so we're just using the masking tape, which works just as well. So we'll get this tape off here. Come on, it's fighting me. All right. There's that. And now I'll get my squeegee. And got a piece up here. We don't need that anymore. Take that off. And that comes off. And then we're going to flip this up, peel this back, and then get the squeegee and nicely put that down. Usually just go little sections at a time. And you can hear there's a little air escaping as I'm going. But this air egress on these you know, this vinyl, it really works amazingly and gets all the air, just completely leaves. And that's it. 2 seconds and we're done. All right. Done.